Whatever you want to call it, misleading or straight up false information online has been deteriorating public trust in democracy and journalism in recent years. Between bots, trolls, and real users, we're all bombarded with questionable information daily across social media platforms. With the election around the corner, here are some tips you can use or share with your family and friends to decipher the difference between fact and fiction. Fake news is a term that has come to mean different things to different people. But officially, according to dictionary.com, fake news are false news stories that are often sensational in nature, created to be widely shared or distributed for the purpose of generating revenue, or promoting or discrediting a public figure or political movement. Fake news has been weaponized in recent years to intentionally manipulate public opinion. The intentional spread of fake news or false information is known as disinformation. When fake news is spread without intent to mislead, say by careless reposting, this is known as misinformation. The first kind of disinformation spreader is the troll, a real person who is paid to create fake social media accounts to post political propaganda, attack critics, and to interfere in political opinions and decision-makings. Troll farms, where paid employees are gathered in physical computer labs to spread disinformation, started to pop up during the 2016 election in places around the globe like Russia, Macedonia, and the Philippines. Other times, disinformation is spread by non-human bots. Bots are computer programs that are set up to pretend to be real people, automatically writing messages or posting stories. Bots and trolls are relatively easy to spot. In fact, just check out the comments of this video. If the commenters recently created their account, have a lack of personal information, their profile photo is ambiguous, use language that is slightly off, are following a lot of people but have no followers, or have a suspicious handle, they might be a bot or a troll. The 2016 election revealed vulnerabilities in social media and how simple it is to exploit users who were unaware of the sources of information.
We've gone a long way from 2016, which was really about like, where are the Russians, to now where we acknowledge that there are a lot of different actors, international and domestic, who are using the same techniques to manipulate public opinion.
And while foreign disinformation efforts are underway, there is also a threat from domestic propagators or disinformation within the United States. The most well-known domestic troll farm to date is in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's funded by Turning Point USA, a nonprofit political organization founded by 26-year-old Charlie Kirk, who opened up the Republican National Convention this summer. This month, Facebook removed 276 fake accounts tied to Turning Point action after they were used to pose as conservative Americans commenting on articles in favor of Trump. Twitter, Facebook, and other social media have each become more proactive in removing fake news accounts, but what can we do to protect ourselves while the threat of fake news persists?
I would say that we all have influence, we all have power, and there are people listening and watching each and every one of us, and I think we should use that influence and that power for good, to share accurate and reliable information. We should be encouraging our friends to fact check. We should be talking about fact checking. I think this should be like a dinner conversation, like, oh, did you see this thing online? Maybe the parents and the kids are like, oh yeah, I saw that wasn't true. And then maybe we're having these conversations about teaching how to figure out that this was real and was not. I would love to see that happening.
Number 1. Stop and check your source. Does the publication sound like one you've heard of, but slightly off? Does the URL have weird characters? It's best to stick to traditional newspapers. They have budgets to fact-check their stories. 2. Always read beyond the headlines. What is the content of the story? Are there any other publications reporting the same thing? If you only see it on this one website, chances are it could be fake. 3. Check the date of a story that is posted. Sometimes old stories are recirculated as new and current. 4. Try to avoid political bias and stick to nonpartisan sources. 5. Make sure it's not satire. Sometimes satirical stories look too realistic. 6. Make sure you are not posting opinion news pieces as fact. 7. Verify before reposting. Check out primary sources or use fact checkers like PolitiFact or Snopes. 83% of Gen Z college students get the majority of their news from social media or online news sites. Because we have an understanding of social media influence, virality, and algorithms, some say that our generation may be more immune to the lure of misinformation than any other. But we are not immune. During this election season, be wary. Verify before you believe and repost.